Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I would be doing this makeup look for you, which is inspired by none other than Kareena Kapoor, featured on the Grazia magazine cover. It consists of a very soft gold smoky eye with neutral coral lips and coral cheeks. So if you like what you see so far, please keep on watching.
Starting with a clean and moisturized face, I like to spritz some rose water on my face. I am using the Kama Ayurveda one. You can use whichever you have at hand. Rose water basically gives your skin that extra glow and that boost of moisture. Going in with my primer, the one that I'm using today is the Color Bar Perfect Match Primer. It's a very silicone-y kind of a product that smooths out any pores or uneven texture on your skin. It ensures that your foundation glides on very smoothly. I always used to have a lot of issues with my foundation oxidizing, but from the time that I've been using primers, the oxidation of the foundation has been controlled. I like to focus it mainly on the T-zone of my face, as that is the area I tend to get really oily. Now that I've nicely primed my face, I'm going in with my foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light in Intensity 3. I'm a huge fan of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation, the one that comes in the glass bottle. But I've noticed that especially during the winter months, it tends to make my face look a little cakey, whereas the Double Wear Light is more of a sheer to medium kind of a foundation that gives your face a very natural kind of a look. And as we can see in the Grazia cover, Kareena Kapoor's skin is like glowing skin. It's not cakey at all. It's like natural glowing skin. So that is what this foundation does. It just smooths out your skin tone and adds a little kind of a sheen to your face. If you guys would want me to do a comparison kind of a review between the Double Wear Stay in Place and the Double Wear Light, just leave a comment in the comment section below and I would love to film that video for you. I'm blending this product with the Sigma Kabuki F8T brush, which is like a wonderful brush for using with your foundation. It just buffs in the product so well that your skin actually looks like skin. Now going in with the concealer, the one that I'm using is by Maybelline. It's the Fit Me Concealer in the shade Medium. I'm generously applying it under my eyes to hide those bags and those dark circles, and applying it on the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose for some highlighting, on the cupid's bow, and on the chin. This particular shade not only conceals but also works as a highlighter for my skin tone. Applying a little more under my eyes, as I thought a little more is required. After I've applied the concealer, I like to blend it with a duo fiber brush. The one that I'm using is by Morphe. It's a small duo fiber brush, and I also like to blend the concealer over my eyelids so that it acts like a base for the eyeshadows that we are going to put on later. So like really buffing that concealer in so that there are no harsh line visible, blending it with my hands wherever necessary. You can always use your hands because the warmth of your hand melts in the product into your skin even better than a brush would do. So blending is the key to a flawless base. Now setting all those areas that we just concealed with a loose powder. The one that I'm using is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I just love this product. It just avoids any creasing of the concealer that you have just put on. So nicely setting the concealed areas. the eyelids, under the eyes, center of the forehead, the bridge of the nose, cupid's bow, the chin, and also taking a very light dusting of that powder all over my face for the foundation to be locked in place. Once I've set the foundation and the concealer with the powder, it's time for the eyes. I'm starting off by using a MAC paint pot. This particular one is called Indian Wood, and it's a beautiful golden color which would suit any Indian skin tone. So I'm like patting a very sheer layer of the paint pot over my eyelid. This would also ensure that the powder eyeshadow that we are going to put on later adheres to the lids much better. Once I'm happy with the application of the paint pot, what I'm going to do is deepen up the crease of my eye a little bit. As Kareena Kapoor had a very natural looking makeup, I don't want to go in for anything which is like too harsh. So what I'm doing is I'm using my bronzer, that's the Hoola by Benefit, to deepen up the crease, and going little by little, as in building up the color little by little. And I'm doing it to both the eyes. I'm just deepening up the crease area so that the eyes look a little more defined and structured. Once I'm happy with the depth that has been created by the bronzer, you can actually make out the difference with the bronzer in the crease and without the bronzer in the crease. The eyeshadow that I'll be popping on after this is the Shimmer Cubes, the Shimmer Eye Cubes by Body Shop. It's in the shade 06, and out of the quad I'm using the shade called Honeycomb. This again is very close to the shade of the paint pot that we used, another golden sheeny kind of a color. As this product tends to have a lot of fallout, I'm just patting that product over the paint pot very gently. I am not sweeping it through my eyelids, but just tapping it so that the product gets deposited nicely. Now that the eyeshadow is done, as Kareena Kapoor's eyes are like very smoky, I'm going to roughly line my eyelid with a brown eyeliner pencil. This one is Teddy by MAC, which is a beautiful brown color that would suit again all Indian skin tones. You need not be perfect with the line that you just created because you're going to smudge it out. I'm smudging the line out with a Sigma pencil brush, smudging it out and flicking it at the corner, like as in you would do to a wing liner. So smudging and creating that winged effect at the end of the eye. Now I'm taking the same kohl pencil and lining the inner rim of my eye, and I'm generously applying the kohl so that I can smudge even the lower lash line. I'm using the same pencil brush that I used earlier for smudging the top lash line. Just smudging the product and again just joining it at the ends and winging it out a little bit. With the same kohl, I'm also going to tightline my eye and deepen up the waterline a little bit more. Doing the same to the other eye, drawing a rough line then smudging it with a pencil brush, and while smudging just winging it out a little bit. Then taking the coal in the waterline, a generous amount of coal in the waterline. Smudging the lower lash line, joining it at the corner and flicking it up. Tight lining my waterline, upper waterline. Tight lining your upper waterline also makes your eyelashes look much more fuller than what they normally are. Then I did my eyebrows off camera. I had used Anastasia's brow pencil. Now contouring my face with the same bronzer, Hoola by Benefit. What I like to do is I like to tilt my face a little bit downwards so that I can see the natural hollows of my face. And the small tiny brush that the bronzer comes with, I like to use that brush to like generously place the bronzer in those hollows. I also like to place the bronzer over my jawline to make it look even more sharper. I do have a sharp jawline, but to make it even more sharper. And I take it on the hairline on the forehead as well. What I've noticed is that not only does it like bind the whole look together, but using the bronzer in your hairline makes your hairline appear a little more thicker than what it actually is. I also like to stamp that bronzer very lightly on the sides of my nose so that my nose also looks a little more structured. Once I'm happy with the placement of the bronzer, I like to go in with a fluffy brush to just blend those lines out. We don't want any harsh lines around our face. We want the whole face to look very smooth and as if it's a very natural look. Now it's time for blush, and here I'm using one of my most favorite blush. It's called Luminoso. It's by a brand called Milani. I believe it's available over Amazon. However, I had requested one of my friends. She has an Instagram page by the name Beauty by India, and she had got it for me. I had ordered it with her. This particular blush is supposed to be a dupe for the NARS's most raved about blush, Orgasm. It's a very nice peachy pink, corally pink kind of a blusher with very slight hint of sheen to it. So what I like to do is I like to tap that blush so that there's not too much of blush going on my cheek, and I take it till about my hairline on the temples. Now coming to the favorite part of makeup, I'm using the highlighter. This is Champagne Pop by Becca, and this is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. This is like the perfect goldeny peachy kind of a highlight for Indian skin tones. And oh, you can see it. I'm using it with a fan brush. This brush again is by Morphe, and I love it to bits for using it with the highlighter. It just buffs in your highlighter and just makes those cheekbones like pop out. I'm also highlighting like the center of my face, so it's the nose, the center of the forehead, Cupid's bow, and the chin area. Basically every point of your face which naturally catches the light, you want to highlight those areas of your face. Now that I'm happy looking like a disco ball and glowing like Kareena Kapoor, I'm going in with the mascara. which I'll be doing off camera. The mascara that I am using is They're Real by Benefit Cosmetics. It is super amazing mascara. For the lips, I went in with a nude lip liner by Color Bar, and oh my god, this was just too dry and draggy on my lips. I don't know why. I have been using it earlier, but probably it's like winters now, so the formula just dried out on me, and I took like forever to fill in my lips with this lip liner. And as you can see, I'm just going on and on with the lip liner. This was looking too dry for the look, so I decided to go in with a gloss. This is a chamber gloss. It's in the shade 804. It's a nice warm orange kind of a gloss, so I'm just tapping a very little bit of it over my lips just to give it that hint of coral. And that completes the natural glam Kareena Kapoor inspired makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I did filming it for you guys. So if you did, do hit the like button and do subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. So until my next video, take care. See you later.